What's up, guys? I'm here to talk about the Knicks, man. We're gonna wrap up the season pretty much. Talk about pretty much the whole season to now, what the future holds for us, what we need to do to start to actually get on the right track. It seems like we went backward from when Mike Woodson was the coach. I could remember back when he was the coach. I was saying to myself, why you gotta hire Phil Jackson when at least at that point in time we was at least a playoff basketball team? And now, ever since Phil Jackson took over, let go of Mike Woodson, hired Derek Fisher, who obviously didn't have no head coaching experience or any coaching experience at all, and they just can't seem to win at all or win games that matter or stay consistent for the most part. Yes, the roster that they have, has a lot to do with it. But I feel like if we would have stood with Mike Woodson, I feel like we would have just continued to progress instead of going backwards. Now I think they should have only made that move had we not been a playoff basketball at that time when that had happened. I don't feel like we should have had done that move at all. Because we was actually more competitive at that point in time. And,
oh my God! Who the hell cares?
With the picks that we've been selecting, with the Clay Anthony early, Jared Grant, and eventually not having neither one on the roster, just goes to show you that I think it was a lot of poor effort put into drafting. And there was a lot of, I believe, better players out there that we could have at least brought to the table. And we need to really let go of this whole triangle thing, man. We really need to, because it's a different era. It's more like an up-tempo, spread out, shoot the three, work outside in. It's not inside out no more, man. It is what it is. This is what the generation is doing nowadays, It's just not working. He's not getting to nobody. Whether you bring them in for a year, 4-year deal, 5-year, whatever it is, it's just not working. I feel like that system is not working, especially from if you're not going to be the one to coach it, you shouldn't be putting that in another coach. And, of course, Jeff Hornacek is going to agree to do it because he worked for Phil Jackson. He wants to be a head coach. I understand. I get it. But I believe if it was really, really up to him, he wouldn't be running that. He'll be running what he was doing in Phoenix. But I think it's time to move on. With the whole Phil Jackson era. Just because, not necessarily just because of the roster that he put together, but just because all the things he caused the stir with Carmelo being put in trade rumors, which I personally feel like Melo's not to blame for anything. Yes, I feel like he could get his teammates involved more, but as far as the Knicks losing and what's going on over there, it has nothing, zero to do with anything Melo's doing. Besides that, I don't think Melo should go. I just think they would just continue needing to add more pieces. Pieces that like to move the ball, get open shots, great shots. Not people just standing still and watch Melo, go to work all the time. It's just not going to work. Obviously, it hasn't worked. It's not going to work. We need other players that we can rely on besides Melo. Before we can even think championship, we need to start being competitive. We got to start being even if it's a 7th, 8th seed, a playoff team. You got to crawl before you walk. So, you're trying to skip the process, and that's been our problem. Is skipping the process and trying to rush things, and this is where we at right now. So I feel like start being more competitive, put a better roster together, put a system that fits that roster, and leave it out on the floor every night, each and every night. You should want to lose. If you're going to lose, you should want to lose at least by no more than 3 to 5 points. You know why? Because that tells you that you competed. You losing by 10 or 20, that means you just like, whatever. When you want to compete, you're going to look at that scoreboard and say, oh, we lost by 5. But we competed our butts off. So people know when you come to play, you better match their energy because they come to play. As far as bringing Derrick Rose back, man, I feel like it was an up and down year, especially with him missing that one game, him having those low nagging injuries, and unfortunately with the torn meniscus he had once again. I personally feel for him. I think he should go to Minnesota, honestly, just because of the whole relationship he has with Thibodeau. That he had in Chicago with him, and I feel like that's a better fit for him. Not that he didn't put up numbers, because he put up numbers. It's just I feel like we need a point guard that could do a little bit of both, put up numbers and average assists like what Russell's doing. That's what we need. We need a point guard that could do both, scoring and 10 to 12 assists a game. Keeping their players involved, wanting to play hard. Because if you don't keep your teammates involved, man, they're gonna just dog it, and you don't want your teammates to dog it. And that's what I feel like the Knicks did a lot this year. Of course, they're not gonna admit it. They're professional athletes. They gotta watch what they say. But I'm not born yesterday. Body language don't lie. So hopefully next year we at least a playoff team. We'll see what they do in the offseason. I won't be surprised if Melo decides to use his no trade clause and goes to somewhere else. He deserves it. And if he does do it, guys, do not be trying to burn that man's jersey. That'll be real stupid. Don't even do it. All right, because that's getting out of hand now. The whole burning the jersey thing, especially in this situation. It's not like the man wants out. It just comes to a point where when your spots don't want to be with you, what you gonna do? Force it? You can't force it. You gotta part ways. So we'll see what happens with that situation. All we could do is just keep rooting for our team and hope they finally get back on the winning track, man. So that's a wrap for this year. You guys, comments, any questions? I'm gonna continue to post more videos. Check me on my Instagram, MikeSef7838. And stay tuned. Appreciate it.